Okay, couple more details to bring up on the restoration of the 308. I have purchased a bluing kit from Amazon. Blue Wonder, developer, lubricant. Oh, you'll like a bit of lubricant. What else does this say? Blue Wonder something. So I got to read instructions, and you know, guys, that's always hard. Oh, keep the bag away from babies. Why? If their head's that small to fit in there. All right, and also I have this bore snake, as it's called. This is for cleaning the rifle between 50 and 54 caliber, so that will do absolutely fine. These are great little kits. If you've never got one, they're great. They got a nice long length on them, and they have I don't know if I can open it one-handed, unfortunately, but let me tell you that the rope itself has copper bristles, so that when you drag it through, it cleans the barrel beautifully. It's a great thing. Maybe I'll show you later when I get this packet open, but at the moment I'm one-handed. This wood now is progressing. I have filled it, sprayed it, filled it, sprayed it, filled it, sprayed it, blah, 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 blah. At the moment, this is in its fill stage. I've got to wait for this to dry till tomorrow morning. And then once I'm sure that it's set, I will then likely sand it. Now, a little tip: once you've finished actually lacquering your piece of wood with your polyurethane, maybe lacquer's the wrong word, but you know what I mean, you want to know when it's finished curing so that you can wax it. A trick that I learnt on eBay, on YouTube, was sniff it. If you can still smell the spray, it's not cured. When you sniff it and you can't smell it anymore, then it's cured, and then it is okay to wax it. If you do it prior to that, you will cause problems, because you will trap in the only word I can use is fumes, and that's not the right word. I'm well aware of that. But you will trap that in to the lacquer, and the wax seal over the top could cause you problems. Just a little tip that I learnt. I didn't invent it. I didn't know about it. Someone else mentioned it in one of their videos. The only way to know when this is cured, and don't forget, that could be weeks. You'll sniff it and you won't smell anything. Then you know all of the, oh damn, I can't think of the right word, I'm sorry, fumes have come, and it's okay to wax it and seal it up properly. Okay, let's move on now, and it won't be bluing next. We're still going to move on with the wood. Bluing will follow. All right, this is as far as I am going to go with this. I'm not after perfection. You know, I could have gone for the glass finish, but that's a lot of work, and I want to enjoy the gun. I don't want to worry about scratching it. Now I will leave this for a number of days to harden before I put it back on the gun. But let's be honest, I gotta do the rest of this first, haven't I? So there it is. I think it's looking pretty good. Perfection? No, that's not what I'm after. You know, I could have tried to pull these out with steam, you know, these little dents. In the end, I decided no. I have the bluing kit, which I mentioned earlier. This is it here. So that's what I will do on this to make it look as pretty as I can, and obviously on the rest of the metal. So let's start now by getting this wood off and getting these things done. I'm going to have to stain this, because look at the difference there in colour. I'll see how it goes once I've cleaned it all up, but I got a feeling I'm going to have to stain this, and I'm not sure about those lines, but hey, it's how the gun was. I'm not going to change it. And then of course I've got to get the stock off. Once I get the stock off, that's another piece. And that's, oh, that's beautiful. Why are rifles so sexy? They are, aren't they? I mean, they're just, the curves and the smoothness, there's just something about it. I can see why people fall in love with these guns. All right, let me get this baby apart. All right, next piece I am going to take off is this piece here. Now this is just held in by springs, so we need to get the sight out of the way because you don't want to damage these. And then, you just pry it up. Be careful. Okay, there she goes. Whoop. Oh, there we go. All right, there. See, it's got these little springs which fit into these grooves. Now I can excuse me, clean this piece up, and I'm gonna use the good old acetone, which, as I've mentioned before, is potent shit. So let me do that and let's see how this goes. Of course, there is always good old Mr. Cosmo Lean. Oh, beg my pardon. Sorry, I'm drinking a beer and I got a bit gassy. So let's have a look and see what we can do before we move on to removing this piece. Okay, so just hang with me. In fact, let me put this over here. Oh, those of you that are wondering, which I know you're not, I'm drinking Beck's. I worked for the European Space Agency in West Germany for a number of years, and we had a bar in the compound, and this is what they served. Great beer, very nice. Okay, so let's have a look here. Let's get some. All right, oh, I've got to get my mask, I'm sorry. Ah, shit, I haven't got one. Damn. All right. I don't know what happened to my mask. Oh, hang on. Okay. You may think this mask is a bit of overkill, but I got to tell you, the fumes from acetone are awful. So now you're going to have to listen to me somewhat muffled, and I will have to shout. Or maybe I don't have to shout, but I'm going to. Ha ha. I need a rag. And so grabbing my trusty pillowcase, which is full of rags. There we go, nice bit of green towel. Let's have a look and see what we can do here. We'll start on the outside and see what it does. Now, as I've mentioned before, I believe the darkness in this wood is caused by over oiling. But of course I wasn't there through the life of this gun, so I don't know if that's a true statement, but I believe that's what causes the wood to go very dark. As you can see with the with the acetone, it's coming up pretty clear, which is great. I'm still not sure if I'm going to need to stain this. I don't know. Let's see how it goes, shall we? This is the whole point of this video. Yeah, I mean that wood has come up really light. So I've got some stain. I really would love to know what wood this is made of. I'm going to have to do some Google research before I try and stain it back to the colour it should be. Again, I have no clue what wood this is made of. And whilst I did ask on my video for people to tell me, I guess they didn't know either. Which is a great shame, but there you go. That's what happens. It's called shit. Shit happens, doesn't it, huh? Oof. Even with my breathing apparatus on here, some of these fumes are still getting through to me. Oh! Damn. But it's good shit. For cleaning, it's good shit. I can't deny it. Again, I don't know why we have these strips here, but well, it's part of the gun's history, so it's going to stay. I'm not going to get rid of it. I could, of course, I could just buy a replacement piece, but I don't want to do that. If I can stain this now and make it close to what it should be, that's what I'll do. I find it strange that this is a different colour compared to the rest of the wood. So, well, let's do some research and see what I can find out. I think what I want to try and do here is if I could soak this without losing it. Here we go. Let's try my little tray here, and I can pour this in and then pull it back out afterwards. And I'm not saying I recommend this, I'm just saying this is what I'm doing to give it a good soaking. Oh, there may be a good old toothy brush, huh? Yes, the infamous toothbrush. Where would we be without these? Being English, I hardly recognise it. Ha ha ha. Yes, I know you Americans think we're strange. We're not so obsessed with our teeth like you are. However, having lived here now for 20 odd years, I'm sorry, your dental hygiene is no better than the English. But I know you ridicule us English. That's okay. I watch some of you people with your 3 teeth. Hey, it is what it is. What the fuck, huh? It don't matter. It's not important. If your whole life revolves around your teeth, then I think there's something a little wrong with you. This is coming out rather nice. Now I know on the inside here it really doesn't matter. You know, it's not going to be seen, but I like to try and get it clean. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done there. Whew. As I said, even with this mask on, these fumes are awful. Yeah, getting it out of the end grain is kind of tricky. All right, there we go. So let's let this dry off now. And let me put this back into the container. I know it's not clean, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is not wasting it. Oh, hang on. That funnel's too big. Okay, here we go. Alright, yeah, let's just not waste it. I mean, it's still potent even though it's dirty. Like me. Alright, I'm sure we're going to make good use of this tray later. Okay, so now the wood, as you can see, has gone a greyish colour. I'm going to give it a little light sand. Where's my sandpaper? I'm sorry, I'm going to keep the mask on for the moment. The fumes are still in the air. And let's see what kind of finish we get here. And I don't want to go crazy. You know, I don't want to remove a lot of material. Now it's kind of strange when I'm sanding this. The sawdust is almost yellow, which makes me think this is probably a different piece of wood to what they normally use. So I do need to find out what they used and try and blend this to the same kind of colour. Probably let this air dry for a while to get the acetone off. Okay, where's my tack cloth, and let's have a look. And go to your local paint shop, they'll sell you a tack cloth. May not look like this, but there you go. There you go. So, yeah, that's not the colour of this, is it? Look, totally different. So what I need to do is try and tone this down to this colour. Let me figure that out and I'll come back to you. Alright, it turns out that they used walnut. And I have a can here of dark walnut, so I'm hoping to be able to stain it down to this similar colour. Here we go. Gosh, that's almost black. Should have put two gloves on, shouldn't I? What a fucking idiot I am. Alright, doesn't matter, too late now. I'm gonna wash my hands quickly. Now I know this is kind of strange, but I'm going to do the inside as well. And then we'll come back to the outside and finish it off. Oh, looks like there's a crack in there. I might need to squirt a little glue on that later. Kind of odd to try and do this with a paper towel, but I'm sure I'll get there. Just maybe not in the best way possible. It's okay. I'm not worried about the inside really. So let me just turn it over now and let's another wipe. Oh, I forgot the insides of the legs here. Make sure they're the same. Now, okay. So we got the stain in here now. My plan is just now to let it dry. You saw how light it was before, but now look, that is pretty darn close. So I'm just going to let that soak in now, and then we will deal with it once it's finished drying. Sorry about that, and the barking you heard was my wife texting me. Give me a second. Okay, I know this is a short video, but I'm going to pump it out there just to keep you guys on tenterhooks. If you want to know what I used, this is it here. Minwax, and I think they're one of the best products going, Minwax, whether it's lacquer or whatever. It's always good. This one is a dark walnut 2716. We will see how it goes, and from what I can see, you know, comparing these two, they look fucking close to me. I hope you will agree, and if you don't, oh well, too bad. And then, once this is dried, I'll give it a light sanding and then give it its first coat of lacquer. And then we will move on to the rest of the wood, which hopefully doesn't need staining, but certainly needs some work. Again, I do hope you're enjoying this video. This is a rank amateur restoring a 308. It's a paw. It's a paw. Oh yeah. Even though it's made in Indian, it sounds Chinese, Japanese. Oh, it's a paw. Sorry, I'm an idiot. Get over it. Bye. Oh, get out of the garage. Do your own shit. Play with your own guns.